Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to TTV News, some latest events in the province. So now we come into detail. The audience asked reporters in the morning of March 22nd, Politburo member and Prime Minister Phạm Minh Chính has a dialogue with young people on the topic building high-quality young human resources to meet the 4.0 era. The dialogue was held both in person and online to province cities directly under the central government throughout the country.
After the comments of the young generation and through the answers of ministries and branches, on behalf of the government, Mr. Chính highly appreciated this meeting. He emphasized, youth are the pillar of the country. Our party and state always give young people special attention. We seem to build a generation of Vietnamese youth to develop comprehensively with bravery, intelligence, great ambition and become a powerful force inheriting the glorious course of the party and the nation. With the proposals met by young people, Mr. Chính emphasized the government is committed to accompanying and protecting startup initiatives to the maximum. In addition to prioritizing investment in technology and telecommunication infrastructure, creating the necessary foundation, the government will also better coordinate with the Central Committee of the Ho Chi Minh Communist Youth Union, the Vietnam Youth Union to create a better environment for Vietnamese youth to develop their talents to build the country.
At the same day, the delegations of the Provincial Party Standing Committee has 5 visits to the irrigation projects in the west of Pham Cao Dong River. The 117-kilometer-long irrigation project is invested by the Departments of Agriculture and Rural Development, with a total investment capital of more than 1,200 billion Vietnam dong. This water circulation gravity project will provide water for an average of nearly 70,000 hectares of agricultural land, supplying water for industry, daily life, and livestock to 10 communes in Châu Thành and Bến Cầu districts. There are 14 constructions and installation building packages in the first phase of the project. Up to now, 7 of 14 building packages have been established and completed. The remaining ones are completing documents for acceptance and are expected to be handed over to TayNinhTV Irrigation's Exploitation One Member Company Limited to manage and employ in this month. The project has been preparing for the second phase. It is expected to submit the project's feasibility study report for approval in this month and will start constructions in the third quarter of 2023. The capital for this phase is 600 billion Vietnam dong, financed by the central budget and the provincial budgets. Also on March 22nd, the delegations of the Provincial Party Standing Committee, led by Secretary of the Provincial Party Committee and Chairman of the Provincial People's Council Nguyễn Thành Tâm, has a visit and work with Vinamilk TayNinhTV Dairy Farm, which is located on Long Khánh, Cam Ranh, Bến Cầu districts.
Vinamilk TayNinhTV Dairy Farm has an area of more than 660 hectares, with a total investment of over 1,200 billion Vietnam dong. It has in operation since 2016. The total dairy herd of the farm is 8,000 heads. The milk output is 35 million liters per year. Each year, the farm creates regular jobs for more than 400 local workers, fulfill the tax obligation of 12.8 billion Vietnam dong to the state. The farm has also signed contracts to purchase tens of thousands of tons of biomass corn and straw from farmers' households in the province to process feed for cows along with agricultural materials, machinery and other equipment. It's expected that by 2025, Vinamilk Company will continue to invest and expand the dairy farm in TayNinhTV and the dairy factory project complex with a scale of 100 tons of milk per day, with a total investment of 1,500 billion Vietnam dong. At the survey, Vinamilk also proposed to the province a number of issues on tax policy, upgrading traffic infrastructure, controlling counterfeit goods, poor quality goods, etc. Mr. Tâm said the provincial authority will agree on the policy of coordination and support for the company to soon deploy the dairy factory project complex and the expanded dairy farm. I hope that with the scale of expansion in the near future and with the spirit of companionship, Vinamilk TayNinh will have policies to support farmers, especially farmers in Bengal district, supporting them to participate in at least planting material areas according to Vinamilk standards, as well as to transfer technology to create a more stable and effective agricultural production. Mr. Tam also suggested that when adjusting the scale of livestock and production, Vinamilk Company needs to closely coordinate with relevant agencies to complete the legal, land and environmental procedures in accordance with the law so that projects can be accelerated. In the morning of March 22nd, the Provincial Economic Budget Board held a meeting to verify the contents submitted to the 7th meeting of the Provincial People's Council in the field of economy and budget. Ms. Nguyễn Thị Yên Mai, head of the organizing committee of the Provincial Party Committee, head of the Economic and Budget Board of the Provincial People's Council, chaired the meeting. One of the important issues focused on by the Economic and Budget Board is the adjustment and supplementation of the medium-term public investment plan with local budgets. Accordingly, the Provincial People's Committee proposed that the total capital of the public investment plan be adjusted to increase by over 35.6 billion Vietnam dong from the provincial budget. Thus, the total adjusted capital is over 19,000 billion Vietnam dong. There are also many projects proposed to adjust and supplement capital plans. After the verification, the Economic and Budget Board of the Provincial People's Council commented that the adjustment of capital sources was based on the assessment of the ability to balance the local capital, the need to allocate capital for projects, ensure investment resources for priority and important projects. This adjustment will continue to realize the breakthrough goal of the province, promoting the socio-economic development of the locality. They also suggested that the Provincial People's Committee focused on directing to have solutions to increase revenue, save expenses, the mobilization of legal capital sources to ensure adequate delivery of the public investment plan for the 2021-2025 period as planned was increased. The committee basically agreed with the remaining contents of the draft resolutions. They also gave many comments to complete the draft resolution to submit to the 7th session of the Provincial People's Council, which is expected to be held on March 31st.
In the evening of March 21st, the Traffic Police Force of TayNinh City Police, in collaboration with the Mobile Police Office of the TayNinh Public Security Department, launched a campaign to strengthen the inspections and handling of violation vehicles.
After inspecting over 30 vehicles carrying workers moving on Cách Mạng Tháng 8 Street, the section passing through Ward 3 TayNinh City, one of the drivers strictly complied with the regulations. On traffic safety, there were no cases handled for violations. Today, the city police carry out a thematic inspection of passenger cars, mainly to check for errors that are the main cause of traffic accidents. Through the inspection process, the vehicles have full vehicle papers, the drivers don't drink alcohol. We also remind drivers to obey the law when participating in traffic. In the coming time, we will also continue to carry out special topics to ensure traffic order and safety in TayNinh City. The inspection was well organized and fast, so most of the drivers agreed to support the work of the TayNinh City Police Forces. I think the inspection is too good. It's good for the passengers, good for the people on the road. We must take care of the people in the car and the people on the road. I try to drive according to the regulations. As support the inspection, it ensures the safety of the passenger and say no to alcohol. Besides checking for errors that are the main causes of traffic accidents, the functional forces also strengthen the management of the means of transport for workers. They resolutely handle cases of vehicles carrying workers of poor quality, violating traffic order and safety.
Ladies and gentlemen, electricity is a number of criteria in the National Target Program on new rural construction. In addition to the state-invested national grid system, locality also mobilized many social resources to support the implementations of country's road lighting work. This is to ensure that the electricity supply meets the requirements of new rural construction criteria. Residents who live in remote areas in Tây Ninh face many difficulties at night because of the lack of country street light. It affects all aspects of life. People need light all the while at night, not only able to continue working. In the past time, the models of lighting country roads has been expanded in many rural areas in the province. The models of lighting country roads do have residents in difficult commute, remote and isolated areas, and ethnic minority areas. It has become a prominent work of the youth in Tây Ninh. In some remote areas where there are no street lights, it is difficult for people to move, especially workers who work late at night. It is very dangerous. So the grassroots delegations on my farm took the initiative to advise superiors to complete the work of lighting country roads. We hope that it will be easier and safer for everyone to travel. At night, the street is dark, now sponsored by manufacturers to light country roads in remote areas such as Lăng Homeless, Jalan Commute. It makes people feel excited. According to the criterion of electricity in new rural construction, the power supply source for rural area can be electricity supply from the national grid or on-site power source. The rate of households using electricity regularly and safely for new rural commute must reach the targets, 99% or more for the southwest region. When the commute have not met the targets, it is necessary to repair an investment project and propose an investment plan to renovate and upgrade the rural electricity grid. Electricity is a criterion that the party committees, authority, and people pay special attention to and needs to be prioritized for implementation. Recently, localities in Tây Ninh province have made efforts to improve and maintain the qualities of electricity standard in new rural construction. And a model of lighting country roads has contributed to stabilizing security, order, and social safety, creating a fast for deployments to other localities in the province. The mobilization of funds to light country roads is very practical, both to have people move around at night, convenience and easy to avoid traffic accidents, and to have built new rural areas to improve the qualities of life of residents here. This is a difficult criterion, although there are investments, it is still not guaranteed. Cocoa Brewer Farm has support and have the locality to light the country roads in the commune. In addition, there are still many roads that need to be right, clean and clean. We are trying to lobby for lightings, contributing to fulfilling the criteria of enhanced new rural construction. In remote commune and ethnic minorities area in Tây Ninh province, a series of projects lighting country roads have been carried out with more than 310 kilometers of rural roads being implemented. Departments, businesses, and people have contributed and invested hundreds of billions of Vietnam dong to build electrical works and install more than 8,000 light bulbs to support people move around. It contributes to ensure security and other traffic safety. Furthermore, through this, the qualities of life of rural people can be improved. That's all for today, TTV News. Thanks for being with us and goodbye for now.